Number 10. Nuka Cola Quantum. Nuka Cola Quantum, the drink that is oh so rare to find in the wasteland. Well, if you can't find it in the game, why not make it in real life, right? Okay, there are quite a few ways to go about this, and I'm gonna list 2. And best of all, they are actually both drinkable. The first and most common way is to use a Mexican Coke bottle or any glass bottle that looks very similar, and use tonic water and a blue food coloring mix for the liquid in the bottle, and then put your logos and whatnot onto the bottle. Then get a dotted light and put it under the bottle, kind of like a base to a medal or a statue. Then when you turn on the dotted light, it will glow. The second way is doing the same thing without the dotted light and using a lemon lime drink like Sprite or 7-Up, instead of the blue food coloring, or even something like Mountain Dew Voltage will work. For this method, you need to have a black light in the room. The black light will make it glow much, much brighter because of the quinine in the tonic water. Number 9. Clean burned cookware with it. One of the more obscure uses for Coca-Cola is its amazing cleaning properties. People are generally not very good at estimating the passage of time, which is not a good combination to the fact that people like to go off recipe when they cook. The result of both of those habits is that we can burn a huge amount of pots and pans when we cook. Coca-Cola can rescue some of these. It just takes a little bit of time. Pour out a bottle of Coca-Cola onto a burned pan, or submerge a pan in a large container with 2 liters of the drink if both sides are burned, and just let it sit. After about an hour, the burns will have more or less disappeared, with all the residue and stuck food being eaten away and easily rinsable. Number 8. Make barbecue sauce with it. Though barbecue is generally known for having a good amount of bite and spice behind it, really good barbecuers will tell you that the best barbecue has a sweet note as well. Many recipes will use brown sugar for this purpose, but Coca-Cola can also serve this purpose very well. The sweetness of the Coca-Cola, along with the small acidic kick it brings to the party, lets the sauce develop a good flavor. In addition to the flavor, Coca-Cola-based barbecue sauces often form a thick, saucy crust on the meat, trapping the juices in, and making the entire meal even more moist and flavorful, without causing it to take on a Coca-Cola flavor, with its more extreme sweetness. Number 7. Tenderize beef with it. Beef is notoriously difficult to tenderize, short of just beating the cut with a meat hammer. Since Coca-Cola has a few mildly acidic properties, it can be used to tenderize any meat, though some meats might be too soft for it to not eat away. Beef, as it turns out, is tenderized very well by Coca-Cola. The acidic properties of Coca-Cola loosen up tougher cuts, making the meat all around more enjoyable to eat. It also serves to make a cheaper cut much more tender than a mallet would, since a mallet will often just end up mangling the thinner cut into a pulp. Number 6. Get grease stains out with it. The very same acidity that makes the Coca-Cola a good meat tenderizer also makes it a pretty good grease cleaner. Most grease, from engine grease to cooking grease, is oil-based and very thick. Because of this, the acidic Coca-Cola is very good at breaking it down, thus making it easier to remove. Though it is easier, it is recommended that you make good use of soap and water, in addition to the Coca-Cola, since Coca-Cola is most often kept in a kitchen. This is a particularly handy way to get out cooking grease and oil stains, because it will be on hand when the spill actually occurs. Number 5. Clean car battery terminals with it. Car batteries have not changed a whole lot since they took their modern, standardized form in the 1970s. Along with that backwards compatibility and standardization has come the fact that the batteries still fail in the same ways they did back then. One of the most common and most annoying ways that a modern lead-acid car battery can fail is that the terminals get extremely corroded and essentially unusable. Luckily, Coca-Cola can rescue these terminals. All you have to do is pour some Coca-Cola on the terminals and scrub it off with a rag or toothbrush, and the corrosion will be brushed away. Number 4. Shine up old coins with it. Old coins are very often passed around as change and tend to accumulate caked on dirt and grime, not to mention the regular tarnish that metals get with age and exposure. While not the most important thing in the world, shining these coins up is a hobby for some, and a curiosity for many more. To clean a coin with Coca Cola is easy enough. All you have to do is fill a small bowl, or even just put some on a plate, and lay the coins you want to clean in the drink. After being submerged overnight, the dirty layer on the coin will be easily wiped off with a finger. Number 3. Make a volcano with it. Model volcanoes have been a staple of middle school science fairs for decades. While the classic fuel for the fantastic eruptions is made of vinegar and baking soda, which does a fine job of emulating the actual volcanic eruption, Coca-Cola and a few Mentos are a fine substitute. This is especially useful when the foam and residue from the volcano has to be non-toxic or even edible. Though it would be most useful around children, some alternative uses would be when animals are present at the event in which the volcano is being showcased. Though some pets would be happy to lick up whatever is put on the floor near them, we're gonna guess that they'd be better off licking up Coca-Cola instead of vinegar. Number 2. Settle an upset stomach with it. Coca-Cola has always been a popular food item, but a much lesser known quality of it is that it can be used to soothe a stomachache. Other soft drinks, most prominently ginger ale and ginger beer, are known to calm nausea because of the ginger root in them. Though Coca-Cola can also fill this purpose. If you flatten the Coca-Cola, normally by shaking the bottle and letting the fizz go away several times, and take small sips regularly, it will serve to calm down an upset stomach pretty well actually. In fact, it works well enough actually that some nurses have recommended this trick to patients. Number 1. Compost faster with it. Composting is both good for the environment, as well as aesthetically pleasing, since it reduces the amount of litter in and around your property. A very little known property of Coca-Cola is that it can be used to kickstart a compost pile, or even to accelerate a compost pile already in progress. This is once again because of the acidity in the Coca-Cola, which helps to break down the organic material in the compostable waste. This also creates a more habitable environment for the bacteria to get to work. If you try this out, it is recommended to use flattened Coca-Cola, since carbonated drinks can chemically alter the compost. Like the video, comment down below what you thought, and of course, subscribe to the channel.